Hi, if you were not in class the other day when we were looking at this week 10 writing prompt, or you just need a refresher, then that's what this video is for. So first of all, you have three choices for this writing prompt, either A, B, or C. We're going to read through all three together and then decide which one you want to write about. I would encourage you to read them at least twice. We're going to read them once together right now. Identify an enjoyable educational activity. It could be participating in a play, completing a science experiment, playing an instrument, or something else. Use specific details and examples to explain why the activity is enjoyable. So that was prompt A. If you think you're going to choose that one, you could write that on your paper. P.S. You need your own paper for all of this, so this prompt is on Google Classroom. You can see the actual prompt, but everything else is up to you on your own paper. Okay. So you could also look at B. Community parks, state parks, and national parks provide a wide variety of interesting activities. Write about an enjoyable way to spend time outdoors. Using specific details and examples, explain why someone might find that activity enjoyable. If that piques your interest, go for B. Or you could write about C. Your school is considering making a change to the dress code. What is one specific change that you would recommend and why is it important? Use specific details and examples to justify this change. So one thing that I really want you to pay attention to for all of these prompts is always they're going to mention something about specific details and examples. That's nothing new. But the big deal about all of these is you only get to pick one. So one enjoyable educational activity, one enjoyable way to spend time outdoors, and what is one change you would recommend to the dress code. For all of these, you're also focusing on the why. So these, for all of them, they're expository prompts. You're only picking one thing to write about, and then you're explaining why. So on your paper, to just analyze it, you could do this, like we've done before. Look for the actual specific topic. Look for the audience, which for all these is pretty general. And then the purpose, which is the type of writing or what you're supposed to do. For all these, they say explain. Your topic will be dependent on which one you pick, A, B, or C. So at this point, I'm going to transfer to some paper. So make sure you have out paper, and we'll show you what to do. Okay, so on your paper, you should have your name. And it would really help me if you wrote week 10 prompt, just to make sure we all know what's going on. I don't want you to type this because I think that sometimes we focus too much on like circles and dots and all that. I just want you to jot it down. So this, I need you to figure out the actual topic of the prompt that you pick. And by the way, tell me right here if it's A, B, or C, just so I know. You want to figure out your actual audience and your actual purpose, which is what it wants you to do. Convince, explain, describe, something like that. Once you've figured it out, no matter which topic you choose, you need to brainstorm about your topic. If this is my topic, I need to brainstorm about that to try to pick one. If it's an enjoyable educational activity, maybe list some out, decide on one. If it's an outdoor activity that you really like, list out some outdoor activities, decide on one. If it's one change to the dress code, list some things you might want to change, pick one. So we're going to pick one. Transfer to your real brainstorm, which is going to be your specific topic. So this is like the one thing you actually want to do. And this is what you brainstorm about. We've done this several times. If it's your, let's say you pick hiking or something, your outdoor activity hiking, then you're going to list all the ways, anything you can possibly think of, hiking, good, bad, hiking. Hiking, hiking, hiking. Places you've been, things you've done. If it's a class, maybe like band class, educational activity, list everything, just dump it out. Everything you could possibly think about band. If it's things about the dress code, I will tell you the best thing to do is list out everything you want, but narrow it down to groups of people that it might help. That's probably your best bet. So once you get to this, then you need some categories. I'm going to use a red pen for this. Maybe this goes together. Then I have this category. Maybe these things kind of seem like they go together. I might have this category. Maybe this one by itself is a big enough idea that I make that its own category. Ultimately, what we're trying to get to is a thesis statement. Your thesis statement is your topic plus your specific topic plus your categories. One sentence. It's one sentence that will guide your entire essay if you are writing the whole essay. So here's an example. If my topic is a change to the dress code, the change to the dress code that I would like to make is to force students to wear school uniforms. Maybe I pick that because it would help teachers, parents, and students. Maybe one outdoor activity that's very enjoyable is hiking because of the exercise, social aspects, and landscape. I don't know. Whatever it is. So you're going to put that together in one sentence. Whatever your big topic is, plus your specific topic, plus your categories. One sentence. When you're done with this, show me your thesis statement, make sure you're ready to move on, and then you're going to do a flea map. So before we do too much like crazy looking flea map stuff, let me just remind you that you can also find a copy of a flea map on Google Classroom, or you can draw one yourself. It's not really that hard. The whole point is you just elaborate and you make sure you have organized paragraphs. If you need help with this, ask for help, but make sure you have some categories. If you need help getting your categories, have enough ideas that we could try to group things together and come up with some big ideas. Okay? Ask for help if you need it. You're going to do 3 things with this prompt. The first thing is you're going to analyze it, which is what we just did, to a thesis. When you're done with that, you show it to me, you get a grade, you check off your name. Then you're going to create a flea map using that thesis to guide you. You're going to check that off, and then you're going to write one body paragraph based on this flea map. So you'd pick one section of the flea map and write it up using transition words. So there's 3 things we're going to do with this prompt. Let that be your guide. See me, please, 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 if you have questions.